You've probably heard the meme a while back.
How often do you think of the Roman Empire?
A lot.
Sure, it's funny, but it begs another question people are asking. Why are men thinking about the Roman Empire? Because we are living in a society with a lot more in common with the Roman Empire than the people realize. For starters, we have the UFC, showcasing some of the bravest and toughest people alive today, just like the gladiators in the famous Colosseum. But we'll get to that. First, let's quickly talk a little history. The saying goes, history repeats. And as we are about to see, it does. But the goal of understanding history is to learn about it so we can improve on it rather than repeat it. So what are the potential downfalls of a society? And which of these caused the demise of ancient Rome? And how did it even stay so big for so long? Finally, how can we learn not to make the same mistakes and failures as ancient Rome, despite it having mostly succeeded? When an empire tries to conquer more land, take more resources, and control more people than it is capable of with its current power, it spreads itself too thin, leaving it fragile. Their greed makes them more vulnerable and desirable to attack from without. We saw this in ancient Rome in 476 when its borders were encroached by the Huns, a mere nomadic tribe, leading to their complete dissolution and demise. Today, the US controls about 750 bases in at least 80 countries worldwide and spends more on its military than the next 10 countries combined. With ever-growing US terror-like arms trafficking and invasions to secure resources, the US has made enemies with many nations, including ones with strong retaliatory military power, such as Russia, China, and Iran. If we see an attack from without on the US soil for the first time since World War II, could this lead to the demise of the American Empire as we know it? It's unlikely, and could have catastrophic world consequences. Fingers crossed they don't blow up the world. But this principle of an empire overextending itself due to greed is, however, how the Roman Empire collapsed. The other cause or predictor of an empire's downfall is socioeconomic inequality, leading to revolution from within. The majority lower class overthrows the minority upper class, as seen in the French Revolution, for example. This wasn't the leading cause of the Roman Empire's demise, nor do I think it would be of America. That's because they have a strategy to keep the masses docile. The Colosseum was built during the decline of the Roman Empire to entertain the people. They were divided into classes, with the rich and powerful at the front, and the poor people, most of them, at the back. After a long day of work, they gather for respite and distraction. Entrants came with free bread to keep their bellies full, and wine to keep them intoxicated, and even small cash prizes which were nothing to the rich who supplied them, but valuable relative to the recipient's wealth. They were further pleased with plays and fights. This great distraction kept the people from averting their attention to the collapsing empire around them. Today, we have almost limitless drugs, food, news, gambling, shopping, gaming, porn, and social media. This is our great distraction from the horror and collapse around us. The UFC Stadium is just one of the metaphorical Colosseums today. Then there's the UFC fighter, the Modern Gladiator, the one who rejects these modern distractions. He doesn't avoid pain, he welcomes it, enjoys it even. He carries within him the true character of a stoic, which is required to be the best in hand-to-hand combat. And why is this stadium filled with spectators, watching and idolizing these men? Because they admire their discipline, required to do what they do, to go against the common narrative and face the harshness of reality head on. If you didn't like this video, please tell me why in the comments. If you did, maybe click on another if you see it. Thanks for watching. Bye.